Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataya Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 11 of Yuddha Kanda. In the previous chapters, we have seen the generals of Ravana only praising him without giving any suggestion in return, as expected by Ravana. They were only boasting about themselves, what they could never be able to achieve. But later it was Vibhishana who gave him a real valuable suggestion, which certainly was not acceptable to Ravana, because according to the suggestion, he told Ravana directly to return Sita with honor, otherwise face the wrath of Rama and get perished. And Ravana was not ready for that, but was certainly knowing the threat is not simple, and certainly he will going to face a very difficult enemy this time. Hence, he summoned his assembly to have a discussion regarding how to face his enemy Rama and his army of Vanara. That unrighteous monarch, a slave to his passion, disregarding his real friends in consequence of his evil act, began to suffer decrease. His lustful desire exceeding all bounds, his thoughts constantly occupied with Vaidehi, though the occasion for war was lacking, with his ministers conceived that the time for entering into hostilities had come. Thereupon, sallying forth, he ascended his mighty chariot plated with gold, encrusted with coral and pearl, and harnessed to well trained horses. Seated in that excellent car which reverberated like thunder, Dashagriva, the foremost of Titans, drove to the palace place of assembly. Titans with sword, buckles, and every kind of weapon preceded their king on the highway, some garbed in strange attire covered with every kind of gem, marched at his side or followed in his wake. And they surrounded him on all sides. The foremost of the car warriors speedily precipitated themselves in his vanguard with their chariots or on great elephants intoxicated with mother Jews or horses which they caused to rear. Brandishing maces and crowbars, they held picks and darts in their hands. As Ravana approached the assembly, the sound of innumerable musical instruments could be heard, and the blare of trumpets broke forth to the accompaniment of the rolling of vehicles, while the great chariot of that Indra of demons passed along the splendidly decorated highway. The canopy that was held over his head shone with an immaculate purity, resembling the king of the stars at his full. The two fans of Yaksha's tails, York's tails with crystal handles and golden fringes were waved to and fro from left to right. All the Titans, having alighted, stood with joined palms and bowed heads in homage to their king who was seated in his car. Amid acclamations and cries of triumph from those titans, the scourger of his enemies made his solemn entry into the assembly hall that had been constructed by Vishwakarma. The floor was of refined gold, and 600 evil spirits guarded it. Into that excellent audience hall, a masterpiece of Vishwakarma, Ravana made his entry sparkling with magnificence and seated himself on the gorgeous throne wrought of emeralds, carpeted with skins of deer and furnished with thick cushions. Thereupon he issued his order imperiously to exceedingly fleet messengers, saying, "Summon the Titans here with all speed." Thereafter, adding, "A great blow is about to be struck by the enemy." Hearing this command, his envoys were dispersed to search through Lanka, entering every house and scouring the highways and pleasure resorts, assembling the Titans without ceremony. Some started out in excellent chariots, some on swift and mettlesome horses, or elephant, and some on foot. The city was thronged with cars, elephants, and horses, and resembled the sky filled with birds. Then they abandoned their mounts and chariots of every kind in order to enter the audience chamber, and they resembled lions penetrating into a rocky cavern. Having each in turn paid homage to the feet of the king, they look up their positions, some on seats, some on cushions, some on the ground. And gathering in that hall at his command, they group themselves according to rank round their sovereign, the Lord of Titans. They came in hundreds, ministers distinguished for their skill in dealing with affairs and talented, sagacious counselors able to view all with an eye of understanding. Warriors also in great numbers gathered in the hall that sparkled with gold in order to prepare for the success of their campaign. At that moment, arriving in a magnificent chariot, its various parts encrusted with gold, Vibhishana appeared in the assembly, presided over by his elder brother, and announcing himself by name, he paid obeisance to the feet of the king. Whereafter Shuka and Prahasta in their turn did homage to that monarch who conferred special places upon them befitting their rank. The Titans were adorned with a fine gold and every kind of ornaments, arrayed in rich vestures, and the fragrance of aloes and rare sandalwood from their garlands perfumed the hall on every side. Neither harsh accents, nor ill advised utterances, nor loud whisperings could be heard in the assembly, and their desires crowned all those titans of extreme prowess fixed their eyes on the face of their sovereign. In the midst of those skilled warriors, full of energy, the intelligent Ravana appeared resplendent in that assembly like unto the god with a thunderbolt among the Vasus. Thus come to the end, chapter 11 of Yuddha Kanda in Ramayana. Namaste Sharada Devi, Kashmira Puravasini, Vamaham Prarthaye Nityam, Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.